I'm going to teach you how I made this riser sound on the Arturia minibrute 2S. The minibrute 2S is a semi-modular analog synthesizer that's capable of doing a variety of sounds, including bass lines, pads, arpeggios, and very diverse soundscapes. The patch bay, you can connect sound sources with one another and change the way how things are controlled. The patch cables, I have a few colored cables, and I'll explain what they do. So here we have the LFOs 1 and 2, as well as VCO1 and VCO2, as well as the mixer for oscillator 1, and this one's for oscillator 2. To explain VCOs and LFOs, so VCOs are voltage controlled oscillators. They produce a sound. You can also manipulate and change how the sound is made. And LFOs, we have low frequency oscillators that will control parameters. So if I want to control the cutoff frequency, I can use the LFO to make it behave a certain way. Starting with a green cable, I have pulse width modulation of VCO1 being routed out of VCO2. Pulse width modulation is basically changing the way how the square wave sounds. I have a square wave on this sound source here, and it's going to change the way how the square sounds throughout the patch. This white cable here is a stackable patch cable. It's linked to linear FM with the pitch of VCO2, and linear FM is just another way of FM. So FM stands for frequency modulation. You have two sound sources, one's the pitch and one's the carrier, and they modulate between one another, so you get very interesting sounds with it. We have the purple cable, which is connected to linear FM, and it's connected to LFO2. We have this, we have the yellow and the orange cables. So the yellow cable is connected to LFO1, and it's being ran through the inverter. So the inverter, it switches the direction of the LFO. So we have it as a sawtooth, and the inverter is telling it to go upwards as a ramp. So we have LFO1 connected to the inverter. It's going out by this orange cable, and it's going into VCO2 pitch. So that's the patch bay. We have on the sound source here, I have the square wave loaded, and on VCO2 we have a sawtooth. Here's the pulse width. Here's the pulse width modulation. The LFOs are both on sawtooth. We're going to demonstrate the different shapes and how they react during the patch on the LFOs, as well as switching these two cables here to experiment with the patch a little bit more. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more patch videos in the near future, and thank you for watching.